Hey guys, welcome back to another First Impressions video here at MurrOtter. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be checking out Layers of Fear 2, the follow-up to the acclaimed first-person horror game. These are sort of like surreal walking sim puzzle horror games. I believe this one does not directly relate to Layers of Fear 1, at least in the contained story here. I'm not sure if there are loose ties or not. That's something for you to discover as you play. What we'll be looking at today, though, is the gameplay, giving it a quick review based on our impressions of the first half hour to hour or so, which is plenty to get a feel for a game like this without fully absorbing the story. I believe the first game took about 3 hours or so to beat. This one I think is longer, like double or triple that length. So we definitely won't be getting too much into story spoilers and things like that as we check out this review. But we do want to get a feel to see if it's something that you would enjoy, because like I said, my job is to open the box and check out this game paying for it, or at least helping you not have to pay for it before we decide if it's something worth spending your hard-earned money. So let's just go ahead and jump right in and see what we have here in Layers of Fear 2, and we will start from the beginning. I like this old school stage on a like cruise ship look we have here with the little cardboard cutouts. And here we are, jumped right in onto a sinking Titanic type boat. Fire and flooding on a cruise ship is never good. I'm assuming we're on a cruise ship again based on the context I heard. No doors are really giving me the ability to open them, but we do have this lovely quick pro tip in this game: always look all directions before you explore, and don't walk into fire. That's a pro tip both in game and in life. We have what appears to be a child's drawing of a treehouse. You do want to look around. You sort of find story context clues in these games. Like I said, it is as much walking sim as anything else, so you want to take in your environments. They're extremely atmospheric. They do a great job of that with both sound design and, for lack of better terms, set design. I mean, you can see the flashing lights, the detail. Like, look how much, like, it's so ornamental in this lamp here in this hallway with the flickering lights and things like that, and the fixtures above. Again, more kids' drawings. Looks like a... Don't forget my pro tip: look both ways before you cross the haunted hallway. And then you have some fishes. I know it's fish, but fishes sounds funnier. Stars, moons. Somebody should give this kid an astronomy class. And then natural blocks to keep you from going where you're not supposed to go. Chipped paint, so we're to believe this is like a weathered, flooded, fired-out hallway. And then another thing to note about these games is the speed at which you open doors. Horrors can await you on the other side, so it's always good to kind of give them little peeks if you can. Make sure nothing on the other side is going to eat your face. And we'll go ahead and advance here. Well, that one I did not have a choice as to the speed of which it opened. Well, that's a demon lady standing behind a child. What are you doing with his head? Removing it. Naturally. Removing the child's head. It's a horror game, if I didn't tell you that. If you don't like horror games, maybe don't watch this. The Unmooring, Act 1. Press any button to continue. I shall. Who sang these words?
So are you.
Dang.
All preparations have been made. Your little toys await you upstairs. Time waits for no one. Actor,
That was going to be...
not waste hours.
That was going to be my first comment. Okay, I'm trying to do a let's play review here, and you're speaking over me. If you know anything about acting or improv, make way. I guess that's my job. I shouldn't have let it go. I am going to flick this metronome because it seems fun and adds a creepy vibe. One thing I did want to note, I don't know if you saw, but in the bottom left of the screen was, you know, kind of like a director's take one tool. I don't remember what you call those, a slate. And that was in the stages and the loading screens, things like that. It seems very sort of like cinephile or acting centric. I'm curious how that's going to tie to the boat setting and things like that, but it does have like an elegant setup, and these are sort of like mystery games where you're solely meant to chip away at the clues as you explore what's around you. So build the character, connect the memories, dreams and fears, prepare for the big roll. Can I flip this? Is something creepy on the other side? And we have like a game of hangman, blank 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 blank, act blank blank. So we're going to look around. Daily Dispatch Telegram. Hope you settled in all right. Remember what we talked about. Focus on what you do best. Go to that special place of yours. Find your motivation. Build the character. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I'll try to keep in touch. Travel safe. Your friend and agent. So, apparently I'm an actor, potentially on a cruise ship, given a new job, which is to act. I have to build the character. I suppose I can start this film reel. I don't have any slides or film yet, but I imagine I'll collect that as it proceeds, and we will unlock some of the story as we go. Nice plant there in the corner. Again, a lot of detail put into this game. I mean, it is about the atmosphere. And so far, it's a completely different vibe than the start of Layers of Fear 1, which I like. It's a cool way to mix it up. Again, not sure how connected they'll be. I can go upstairs, and I will do that. Can we peek? Looking out the great vast ocean at what I imagine is supposed to be sunset, but it could be dusk. Nothing to tell me. I'm not sure which direction I'm facing, but it's beautiful, good colors. Not much to see though. Wait, you can zoom in, but nothing to zoom in on yet. Curious to see if that changes. Oop, how do I get off of this? There we go. Oh my god, is that a dolphin head mounted like it's a bull? Is that something people do? Do people taxidermy and or hang dolphins as trophies? Is that even legal? I guess I don't know the era. Esteemed traveler, the room has been set up per your request. The reel was delivered shortly before departure. We wish you a fulfilling journey. Respectfully, Icarus Transatlantic. I assume that's not a name, but rather a boat operator. So maybe I'll find my first reel in here. Oh, it is another movie reel. So we have what seems like a wardrobe or a dressing room. For you guys who are curious, I'm not going to go too far, so hopefully you won't get too spoiled other than the first half hour of this game. This is, again, meant to be more of a review than anything else. Of the gameplay and what's to come. Okay. There we go. I've placed the reel, and we're going to watch it.
One, in his time, plays the parts of many men. He observes the others, while the others watch him. He's expected to behave properly, wandering through worlds that aren't really there. He puts on masks and adjusts accordingly. Each mask is a character. Each character a layer. Layers upon layers, calling out to him. He must build the character he was meant to portray, or lose himself completely. Submerged, tightly surrounded by lives he's never lived.
Well,
And yet, he stands on a stage where every man must play a part. And his is a sad one.
Act 1, the unmooring. Okay, so I think that's just to put me back in there. Well, that was creepy. I don't know if they're talking about me or someone else. And the sort of cryptic video, I assume, is foreshadowing and or telling you about your character. But we don't have the context yet. I'm sure if we revisit it once you know the full plot, it will make sense. Seemed very much about a person, you know, surrounded by people he doesn't know, you know, an actor. Esteemed, as per the director's request, this section of the ship has been closed off to all passengers and crew. We wish you a pleasant and fulfilling day. At least they try to make a narrative explanation for why you can't go this way. Chains feel unnecessary, though. But does that mean I'm essentially a captive, like an actor who's been held captive on this ship? All right, that is locked. Again, there is a level of puzzle and sort of exploration required to advance in and again also sort of like walking sim. So if this door won't open, we know we have to go back downstairs. Well, it still does. Before I advance too far this direction, the Dark Souls in me is saying I want to go make sure that there was nothing else I could have done downstairs. This is very holy crap. That got me. The game will do that to you. Well played. I have goosebumps now. Okay. I couldn't even think of a more sort of cool sounding curse because I was so scared. Oh, they don't even let me go back. So hopefully there wasn't anything else downstairs. We're going forward now that little horror boy has found me. Horror boy is what I said, if you were wondering. This has a very Titanic vibe. I think this is where Kathy Bates gets mad at Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie. Let's turn on the radio. Oh, the radio was on. That's why I said. Here's a scary little doll.
Listen, once you get there, just do what you have to do. Get to the set and build this character for him. That's all that matters.
I'm not sure why that audio clip has anything or relates to this weird doll. Well, that's quite a view. But it seems I'm here to help maybe a director or a writer build a character, actually. I'm not an actor myself. Or maybe I am an actor, but I'm just here to help him design a character for some kind of play or movie or something. Let's see. I like to fully explore rooms before I advance, so bear with me, even though this is just a short review, first impressions video. That's sort of the point of this game, so I don't feel too bad lingering rooms longer than I would probably if I was doing one of my normal reviews or first impressions videos or streams. Just because thorough exploration and taking in the atmosphere is sort of part of the game. This is beautiful. I mean, it is a very pretty game, well designed, incredible graphics, which is necessary to build the atmosphere that it builds. We have like an observation deck here. You can't use this one though. I was going to say that'd be a lot of emphasis they put on looking out in the distance of the vast unknown. It's weird how the sides sort of blacken into a vignette if you look at the right and left sides of my screen right now. I'm not sure why that is. Could you imagine this game in VR? I wonder if they'll go that direction soon. Locked? Alright, well they're making it so I have to do all kinds of things to get in. Oh, we got it. We got it. After that little boy, I'm taking no chances. Not that I'll be able to save myself, anyway. No reason to be stealthy just yet. Ghosties will know where I'm at regardless. Newspapers. Not going for the elevator yet, making sure all other options are closed off. So for those of you who don't know, Layers of Fear 1 was mostly set in a house as you sort of explored the story. Oh, excuse me, may I get in? So it had more of like a traditional haunted house horror vibe as you uncovered the story of this man and his family. He was an artist. This one seems to be, I guess, an artist of another kind. Oh, we're going down. I thought we were going up. And so it is nice that they've sort of completely turned the... Oh, God. Yep. Nope. Don't like it. Can definitively say that. All right. Well, we're locked. Emergency power, please. Thank you. Take me to the demons. So it is cool. They've completely turned the atmosphere and setting on its head because that's all you really need to do to change up a game like this. It feels completely different, yet completely the same in functionality. Like another season of an anthology horror show or something.
All third-class passengers this way, please. Did you check the lower decks this time? I swear to God, if we find any stowaways again, you'll never set foot on a ship again.
So as you find the items you're getting, it seems like sort of like audio cues as to where you are, what they mean. You can see this deck is not as nice as the top, so I guess we're sort of going down in the classes. I know this because of Titanic. So we're down, as they said, with the third-class passengers, and no one likes going on a trip more than when they can be classified by their social and economic standing. People like to be reminded of that as often as possible, is my understanding. Oh, I'm poorer than these other people. Thank you so much for reminding me. And the fucking glass is fogged on this floor, so we can't even observe our claustrophobic views. Thank you so much. What's this? Slop for dinner and a creepy whale taxidermy? Yes, this has been a lovely cruise. What is this thing? It's definitely going to come to life and try to bite my face at some point. Don't get it twisted. Oh, well, that door opens. Wasn't expecting it, so I kicked it open hard. Look at these room accommodations compared to the room that I began in. Just quick pro tip, both in video games and for horror in general. Flickering lights is rarely a good thing. Close that right up. Nobody needs to know that. What do we have? Newspapers, pointless opening. Can you crouch? Yep, there we go. Nothing to see here. Plot details are kept under wraps, but our trusted sources claim that the project has found its star in blankety blank blank rubbed out blank. An obvious choice, perhaps, given the star's fabled career and numerous critically acclaimed roles. It seems that the recent worrying as to the artist's personal life have not dissuaded the director. Am I the star with the troubled personal life? I would say that's a safe bet. Remember what I said. Look both ways before you cross the demon-haunted hall. Do demons haunt? Or just ghosts? May I have this sledgehammer, please? No. A lot of locked doors. Hopefully we find a key ring around here soon, or a dead janitor. Isolation is another theme in this game. You're often alone, other than the pop-out horror. I'm usually not a fan of jump horror. This game does do it to you, as you saw with the fucking mirror. However, it's not too bad. It is mostly about atmosphere, so. Looks like a face. Faces and things. r/faces and things. Anything down here? Yep, more cabinets. I'll crouch just to make sure there's nothing of value or that I can inspect that could scare me. Just some boots and a briefcase. Or a suitcase. I would really like to take these weapons. Keys! What'd I say? We need keys. Yeah, get it. It's keys. Now in my possession, let's go open some rooms. And turn on the fan. It's stuffy down here in third class. Not as stuffy as it is up in first class, though, am I right? Before I open this, I'm curious. Nope, they don't let you go back. They seem to gate your backtracking. The first game was a little bit different, at least at the beginning. Mostly you were looping around this house, exploring new avenues, but it was sort of redundant in your exploration. You were sort of unlocking new paths and things to see. Oh, the way that looks. It's like a person, and when you move it, it shifts, and then nothing's there. That gave me goosebumps also. This one seems to be like funneling me straight down a path, pushing my forward progress. Oh, and they're going to force me to learn to crouch. Control. Okay, control and C both crouch. Fair enough. Those of you keeping score at home. So far, the game was really smooth. I will say, obviously, it's a little early to really comment on it too much. We've been playing it for 15 minutes or so, but it's not quite as creepy yet as the first one was pretty much off the bat.
Never met the guy in person, but few people have. That's why you hear all these rumors about him being broken or disfigured. All that nonsense.
However, there's much more meat to the story right off the bat. You're already kind of trying to uncover things, and I imagine that's going to slowly uncover the horror. It's a slower burn. I think that has the potential for more of a rewarding payoff as we push through, but we'll see. As far as gameplay and the actual look of things itself, I'd say it's an improvement of a game that was already very pretty and very fun to play. It's smooth, it's pretty, it's very detailed. Whoever set up these, again, I'm going to keep calling them sets for lack of better terms, or we could just call it being thematic because of the subject matter of the game. But look how thought out everything is. I mean, the newspapers on the table, sure, copy and pasted, but the books, the way they're set out, the lamps, the way the ceiling on this boat works, the way the different decks feel different, the ornamentation on the lights and the wood grain. I mean, it just feels like a lived-in, functioning boat. Now, I don't know if this is a set. This is definitely a light. meant for acting or sets or plays. Well, I take back what I said about the horror being mostly absent so far. The mirror got me, by the way, more than many things had in Layers of Fear 1. So I shouldn't say that it's absent. It's just the atmospheric horror maybe is more of what I mean. Because a boat is not inherently scary, at least to me. Again, should probably take the hammer, but we're not going to. Despite the fact we just saw a door move. Now, am I to believe, like, is my character supposed to be thinking, hey, this boat should be empty right now? Or am I kind of like, where the fuck is everyone? That we haven't really seen yet. I don't know Morse code, but I'm going to say, help me. SOS is like long, I don't know it. I just said subscribe to MurrOtter on YouTube and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. That's how Morse code works. Static noise. Alright. Very helpful. Please stop. And bring me Taco Bell. I'm hungry and no one's here. Alright. I think that must have been a trigger for the advancement of horror in the game as I work my way backwards. Creepy kid boat. This setting is now different than when I went in the room. That happened a little bit in the first game as well. We were out here, the lights and things were right here. Now we seem to be back in the more basic setup of the third class cabins. We have a key now though. Oh no, we don't. We used it on the door and apparently threw it in the ocean. That's what you do with keys when you're done on a boat. The bottom of the ocean is littered with deck keys. Excuse me? Nope. I'm not going to that creepy door just yet. I'd like to prolong that as long as possible. These low cabinets that... Oh, wait. I was going to say that nothing are ever inside are very annoying, but now we've got one. A performance for the ages. A woman pulls a boy's head off. Acting, if well done, is a scary business. It takes immense courage to lose consciousness of your own self and not just react, but become the character you are portraying. Let's see. Few can muster that kind of courage, and yet it happens. To which, after last night's visit to the Majestic Theater, I can personally attest. As my regular readers know all too well, I'm careful with words. And not the blank. Oh, Lee. Not the... Can you get ink off this page? Having said that, the play's lead performance left me speechless. Person on stage dissolved before my very eyes. Letting the character burst into existence. Okay, just a critic. And I don't know if they're talking about me or someone else or that creepy occurrence we saw when the woman pulled the boy's head off. I'm going to keep bringing that up because a woman pulled a boy's head off. All right, fine. Creepy door here. Oh, no, wait. We have these side halls. We can delay a little longer. Toilets. Very nice. Wood seat. We can turn on the water. Important. Do we have... We have water on the boat, so I will not die of thirst. Many other ways I might die. Thirst will not be one. No creepy boys on the back. Can't turn it. This is the construction of the boat, it would appear. They're attaching a propeller. And let's flush a toilet for good measure. That is a fun flusher. I went to Ireland a couple weeks ago, and they were very fond of this flusher in the wall situation. Not practical if you need to make sure that your water tank and chain are properly attached, but... Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a slide. I can probably put it in the slide that we had at the beginning of the game. Cool. So do I have an inventory? I got a a slice of life achievement there. Okay, nothing in the bottom drawer. Could you close it though, please? Is this somebody's room? Show some respect as we go through their things. Nothing. All right, creepy door, here we come. Coming at you full speed. Oh, we've already been there. Oh, God. I don't like this. Did you hear that gulp? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I crouched. I did it. Oh, my legs are covered in goosebumps. I don't want it. Don't do it. All these bottles are coming flying at me the second I turn around. I think I've told you this. Jump scares aren't my thing. I don't like it. You can't see out the window. It's dirty. Run. Crash bottles. Do it. Okay. The tension's real. I'm not a YouTuber or streamer who likes to play up like how scared I am. If I'm scared, I'll act scared, and if I'm not, I won't. And I'm tense right now. I thought for sure those bottles were coming flying off that shelf. Door locked behind me. Always good. Okay. So as we look around the room, you'll see we're set for some kind of dinner. Again, no one here. Giant boat, not a single person on it. Perfectly reasonable. Again, you can't really tell what your character's thinking. Like, are we cool with this? Door is locked like every other door in this particular game. Which means we continue to be funneled forward. One thing I will say about Layers of Fear, especially the morphing rooms in situations like that, for those of you who played the Silent Hill PT demo on PlayStation, that was all the rage, the cult classic 15-minute demo that everyone wants a full game of, and reasonably so, that Norman Reedus was going to be involved in. It had a similar vibe. You would walk around, explore things like that. I'd say Layers of Fear is probably the closest thing I've come across to being the vibe of what that game was going to, or at least seemed it wanted to be. So if you were into that or want that, this is your place. All right, they're starting to build the horror properly. Again, we don't know why. I'm not sure why I'm to be scared yet, but I imagine that's coming.
Guy's got a reputation. Makes his actors jump through hoops before he even lets them on the set.
So this is the director.
Supposed to be some new method of building the character. Bunch of artsy-fartsy bullshit, if you ask me. Just go with it. Guy doesn't take no for an answer.
So perhaps that's the situation. I'm supposed to be under the belief that the director is fucking with me and testing me because he's artsy-fartsy. That's the technical term. He's the Kubrick of the 1940s Titanic acting ships. And I mentioned the morphing rooms like the PT demo. Here we are. Vase falls down. Same room. But now the book's missing. Photos are different. And something sure to jump out at me. These old crusty mirrors give me the creeps as well, where you can't see in them. They're not crystal clear like the mirrors we're used to. They're sort of like tarnished silver or something. We'll push forward. You're going to do it to me again? Oh, so we are opening the door to the room we're in that has the vase, into the door that we're opening, going backwards into the room that has the vase, which should fall down now, but is now dark. And there's a creepy opera
I
mask.
think it's all an act.
Fair enough. So the same sort of surreal first-person walking sim as Layers of Fear 1, and they're really hooking me in with this story. This is a game I'm looking forward to seeing how the story continues to unfold and discovering its mysteries. It also sounds like I mentioned, it's about 2 to 3 times longer than the original Layers of Fear, which took about 3 or 4 hours to beat. I think this one's more in the ballpark of 9 or 10, which I'm curious to see what they do with that longer leash and ability to let the story be more of a slow burn. Transatlantic Security Office, all officers. Most of you are already aware of the Hollywood motion picture that is going to be shot aboard our vessel. There's our answer. We are sending you detailed guidelines as to which decks are to be restricted for regular passengers. Above all else, the film crew and cast are not to be disturbed. Oh, I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed. It's too late. Pitch black room. One light on a globe. Well, this is terrifying. I'm gonna leave that door open as a beacon of hope for escape. I'm gonna spin the globe. Oh, I closed it.
But the play is badly cast.
It's very quiet. What'd I say about flickering lights? I don't like them. I guess we're going this way. That's very dramatic.
There's always a way
Excuse me, sir?
in the darkness. There's always a way.
Please don't jump at me. Please don't jump at me. You whispering man.
Do you remember? Before the world told you who
Oh my
you
God.
should be, do you remember who you were?
What are you doing to me? So the boat's leaking again. Okay.
I will make you remember.
That sounded vaguely like a threat. But we shall press forward regardless. And we're back in the safety of the social class tier caste system of the boat. Why? Who are you? And why do you keep whispering at me? Creepy kid drawing. I'm curious to see why the kid drawings will matter. But I am an actor brought here by a Kubrick type experimental director. And I have a troubled past, but I'm here to act on the boat, which also has regular passengers, but the shooting areas are isolated within the boat. And I'm here to make this movie. Or consult. We can't really tell, but let's see what's going on in the creepy bird cage.
Wake up, Mr. Hardy. We've got to get out of this godforsaken prison before we rot.
What? That seems to be part of the movie. Okay. I assume that was a movie line. Can I put on the dope pirate patch? No? Okay. Gonna just keep reading notes. No big deal. A pirate ship. Kid drew this. Perhaps the one who called me Mr. Hardy. We're locked, and we need a combination of some kind. Well, was it hidden in any of these children's notes? Nothing there still. You just got to look around. Hey, okay, 434. Perfect spot to hide a code for the door, right above it. I thought it'd be a little bit more of a, like, look around the room kind of thing. Like, as in look into chests or on notes, but whatever. And there's our first mini puzzle of Layers of Fear 2. Look, ladies and gents, the fact is this game is going to stay this interesting the entire way through and or ramp up to be even more interesting. That's the first person we've seen. All right, hold on. I was about to sign off, but I'll let you see what happens with this. How's that?
Are we really going? Lily, I'm...
That's Captain Baines to you, Mr. Hardy. Remember the name, Quartermaster, or I'll have you walk the plank.
So it's unclear if those voices are of the movie or just kids playing, but it's intriguing. We've been finding all this sort of like pirate style nautical memorabilia. I mean, we're on a boat, but you know what I mean. Is that a mannequin? I want to look before I flip the switch. So this is like a set that's supposed to tell you like where a table or chair or something will be. Creepy mannequin man sitting in the dining room. We've got the light coming through the chain link fence, but where is the chain link fence? It's casting a shadow that doesn't exist. That chair is suspended in the air like it's ready to fall down into its position. Perhaps that's what the lever will do. And then we have a punching bag. All right, well, let's see what happens when we flip the switch. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, the room rotates. Of course it does. Can I stand on it? Oh, I'm going to throw up. Did that open this path? Is this a path? Remix! Alright. We're going to try to drop the chair into position, I think. Nope. Okay. Stop it. How close are we? Pretty close. Wish I could see while I did this. There we go. We put the chair in position. Okay. I've cost this man his head. This mannequin his head. Do I spin the room now full speed? Can I leave? You creeps! Oh, I don't like it. It's so damn creepy. I'm not sure what it would have unlocked, though. I can't flip the switch back. But may I leave? Nope. Nope. Okay. So there's more to be done in here now. Now that I've unlocked... Oh, wait. I can go around this wardrobe. Right? By crouching. Oh, God bless. Why did it stop rotating when I got on it? Don't stop on my account. Creepy mannequins. Oh, is that supposed to be me? Remember her. I can't see it. Whew. Man, the head popping off that mannequin got me for some reason. But now you've seen a couple of the game's puzzles. You're starting to get a feel for it being, like I said, kind of a walking sim puzzle horror game. That, I think, is where we're going to stop. The intrigue will not ever get any less, so it's not going to ever be a great time to stop, because these games want to suck you in. You want to keep digging deeper to find out what happens, and you're going to have to do that on your own. But I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of Layers of Fear 1, and Layers of Fear 2 seems to be laying out sort of more threads and more of an intricate and interesting plot even than the original. And so with that, I'm extremely excited to keep playing this game and see what happens. And for all you horror fans and sort of people who are into the original, older horror games, kind of like the Silent Hills and, even like Resident Evil, obviously it's not an action game, but, and then the more modern stuff like Outlast, I think this is going to be one you're going to enjoy. Just because it builds that atmosphere and tension and the exploration and sort of the picking up the items and inspecting them to try to figure out if you can solve puzzles in advance through this sort of like 1920s to 50s, maybe 40s setting. Kind of has a classic horror vibe that I think builds very nicely off the model that was set by the original, but lets us dig a little bit further in a whole new world within this Layers of Fear environment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from us. We have new reviews and Let's Plays and things like that every day of the week coming at you, for the most part at least, and we'd love to have you around for all of it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.